Good afternoon. We are Team Workspace Wizards, and today we would like to present our solution of Workspace of the Future challenge. Our first step was to define main goals. First of all, we would like to have inspiring and comfortable environment in workspaces. Next point is planting of greenery. Also, we think that it is very important to pay attention to recycled materials. And one more goal is to integrate smart heating, ventilation, and air conditioning in offices. Now, I would like to give the floor to my teammate Anton.
Next, I would like to introduce a pretty important part of every workspace, especially workspace of the future. Office landscaping is a process when we are planting more plants and greenery in the workspaces. And green walls are compact, modern, and efficient way how we can green up our environment in our workspaces. What are green walls, bio walls, or eco walls? Green walls are structures that usually placed on vertical walls, and we have planted them. There are some plants. Benefits of green walls. We have several benefits. Firstly, it's air quality improving, stress reduction, saving space, and of course, aesthetic and natural beauty. Green walls structure consists of metal or wooden construction. Then we of course have containers for plants where we plant our plants and our greenery. Of course, we have lining or base that holds the soil. Then outer irrigation system that provides constant supply of water and nutrients to our flowers, plants, greenery that we have. And next, drainage system that used for drainage extra water. Further improvements like lighting and control systems and plants. There are some plants that can be used. For example, ferns and epipremnum. Both of them are efficient producers of oxygen, so we can use them to have more photosynthesis. Next, chlorophytums, spathiphyllums, and ficuses can be used too. They are very special plants, and they're special because they can produce oxygen when there is lack of light, and because of their long or wide leaves. And in the end, I want to say that it really depends what plants and how many plants to use in our environment. It depends on a specific project. Next, I want to give the floor to my colleague Andrei.
I hope it works. So, my part relates to smart offices, focusing on technologies that can enhance productivity. I believe many companies are interested in this topic because it can help to motivate people to go to offices and encourage social interactions. So during this hackathon, we visited the company Capexus, and to be honest, they have really wonderful office with modern design and smart technologies, so a lot of private spaces, beautiful common space, HVAC and other features that make this office wonderful. But something was missing, and one day, sitting at home and switching my smart lamp through the phone, I realized what it was. So just imagine, what if we integrate all technologies into the phone or into the system that all employees have access to? So on this slide, you can see some features that could be integrated. For example, lighting, which includes we can switch the light on or off or adjust brightness. So HVAC, you can control humidity level or temperature to make your environment comfortable. So office equipment, multimedia, these features are accessed through the phone, which is convenient for employees of the company. Space reservation, so they can view the availability of rooms, reserve the space, ensuring the efficient usage of office environment. And on this slide, I would like to point out 4 advantages of the phone integration. The first one is increased productivity. So as a real lazy person, you no longer need to go to control points. You just can open your phone or switch the tabs on your laptop and adjust any environmental preferences you want. So the second one is mobility. It could be beneficial for companies where employees don't have fixed workplaces. So you have some settings, and they are linked to your account. So if someone wants to change their workplace, they just go and apply all these settings. It's easy, fast, and convenient, I think. The next one is fast integration of new smart features. So we live in digital era, and new features are developed very quickly. So having the system which supports fast and easy integration could be beneficial for a company and can help to keep a pace with technology. The last one is effective management of rooms. I think many of you have experienced these situations and you go through the entire office and try to find an empty meeting room. So having a reservation system on your phone, you can avoid these stressful situations. So keep in mind these 4 advantages, and now Anna and Ira will take over the final part of the presentation.
Yeah, so what about the interior? Our goal is not just to show the connection and fusion with nature, but also to protect it directly. And reclaimed and recycled materials are best for this stuff because they're eco-friendly, they are durable, they are aesthetic, they are safe. And let's have a look how exactly should we use these materials. For example, reclaimed glass will be used as a decoration, the reclaimed wood as a floor covering. Recycled concrete can be used as load-bearing constructions such as walls, columns, or ceilings, and cork materials for the finishing material. And I would like to show you the visualization that my teammate Anna has created.
So at first visualization, we can see the workplace where we can also specifically see how we use these materials we presented you before. So there is the ceiling made of cork, wooden floors, and walls made by concrete. At the second visualization, we can see the arches through which we can pass between the work areas. These arches made of wood and natural plants. So you can see there is the green walls. Apart from the workplaces, we also made a visualization of the central area that located in front of entrance, and like the future is that green place around the center. And this central area we can use for relaxation or meetings. It's made by wood and decorated with a wall that made of glass pieces. So my team and Anna will continue.
Thank you. In conclusion, I would like to say that we have created the design of our ideal workspace where we ourselves would like to work or study. Our solution can be suitable for any types of offices. For example, it can be office of IT company, of construction company, or for example, it can be a bank office. Moreover, designed environment can increase productivity of people because of some areas and green around. And also important point is an application because it can make our workspace smarter and more convenient. Thank you for your attention. We will be happy to answer any questions.
Very well done. Since the school is almost like an office, we would really like to work and teach over there. So, any questions, please?
Thank you for your presentation. It was really nice, especially the visualization. It's really good work to have these visualizations in 2 weeks. It's incredible. I would borrow you as our architect for the next time. And I have a really concrete question. It's about the planting and the O2 production. If you compare the ventilation and O2 production of, or oxygen production of the plants, do you have any comparison of that? Have you found studies about it?
Could you please repeat once more?
Yeah, if you compare the ventilation, the HVAC system, the usual one, and the plants, if you have any studies, how what's the concentration of oxygen in the air? If you think about that, like, yeah.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
We didn't count any numbers, but after our studies of planting. Maybe I forgot to say it in presentation, but there are some type of plants that provide more oxygen during photosynthesis. But as I forgot, said about moss. These types of plants, for example, not very good to use because they are not so efficient in producing oxygen in that space. So that.
Okay, thank you. And the second question is about the smart controlling by mobile device. How would you apply it to current building or on current building to use this building, the BMS system, building management system, to implement the mobile devices into it?
It will be difficult to apply to current buildings because we aimed at something what will be built in the future. So you need to have systems from one, from one company, for example, Honeywell or Siemens. And in this case, it will be possible to not aggregate, but take all these systems and integrate into one application. But it's important to say that, first of all, depends on the budget of the company. It will be necessary to develop this application so only employees have access to this. Because in other cases, we can face some problems with maintainability and scalability and security and other stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Maybe time for one quick question.
I have 4 questions, but I will ask you just for one. I was thinking about how many gardeners you need to have as employees, because there is a lot of plants and a lot of maintenance around this very nice, really pretty nice environment. It's not necessary to say any number. It's just.
Yeah, to be honest, we didn't calculate any numbers, but it really depends on conditions around. For example, you can have an office place with huge windows, so there are a lot of light there, and you can place the plants which can produce more oxygen. And for example, another office, which is with the smaller windows, you can place there only plants that can be alive with that light, but they can produce smaller amount of oxygen. So it really depends.
Okay, thank you. I have one more question. When you have a like pretty digitalized environment, like you plan to make, what happens if there is no Wi-Fi? If there is some Wi-Fi breakdown, is it possible to turn light on?
Of course, no.
What's the backup for
We
this
can
solution?
use in this way local network. It's not a Wi-Fi, but it can be used like to all our devices can have port, input port of LAN, local area network, and each device could be connected to. But it's not very like interesting solution because all of us have telephones, and all these telephones are not so prepared to connect to any cables. But another case I see, we cannot have Wi-Fi, but we can have some device that will have input local area network and produce some Wi-Fi, like local Wi-Fi, that will be some way secured in our organization.
Or simpler, you just can switch to the manual mode and wait when Wi-Fi will be work.
Thank you.
All right, we have to keep it at that. So big round of applause for the Workspace Wizards.